The illusion of time, living in the eternal now. If you really want to understand the strategic prison of time, ensure to pay attention till the end of this video. 1. The great prison of the clock. We begin by examining the most sophisticated trap the human mind has ever devised, conceptual time. We live governed by the mechanical tick-tock of the clock, mistakenly believing that this abstract measure, seconds, minutes, years, is the ultimate reality. This adherence to chronological time turns life into a frantic race against a phantom enemy. The Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca warned of this theft. While we are postponing, life speeds by. The minute hand is not the movement of existence. It is simply a social convention, a measure for coordinating human activity. The moment you mistake the map, the schedule, for the territory, the actual live-in, you step into a prison where the joy of the present is always sacrificed to the anxiety of the future or the regret of the past. 2. The past as an echo. Consider the past. Where is it? It does not exist as a palpable thing that can be revisited or changed. It is merely a memory trace, an echo in the chamber of your mind. Our thoughts spend endless energy resurrecting these ghosts of yesterday, dwelling on regret, reliving triumphs, or rehearsing old grudges. This mental time travel prevents genuine presence. The ancient Vedic texts, the source of much Eastern wisdom, instruct us, the past is history, the future is a mystery, and this moment is a gift. That is why it is called the present. The past is vital for learning, but fatal for living. We must treat memory as a library to be consulted when needed, not a living room where we endlessly dwell. Letting go of the past means accepting that the person you were yesterday has died, and only the spontaneous newness of who you are right now matters. 3. The future as a mirage. Equally illusory is the future. The future is simply a projection of the present, a set of possibilities and anxieties concocted by your thinking mind. When you worry about tomorrow, you are not worrying about a real event. You are worrying about a thought you are having now, about a hypothetical scenario. This destructive mental habit destroys your capacity for joy. As the author of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu, observed, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. The only way to prepare for the future is to give your fullest, most undivided attention to the demands of the moment. By flawlessly handling this second, you build the only foundation upon which a successful tomorrow can rest. 5. The eternal now, the only reality. If the past is merely memory, and the future is merely projection, then where is reality? It resides only in the eternal now. This is the core of Zen philosophy. Life is a continuous stream of moments, and each moment is complete unto itself. When you truly engage your senses, the taste, the sound, the sight, you cannot think about time. You are simply in it. The 13th century German mystic Meister Eckhart urged us to seize this reality. The now moment in which God made the first man, and the now moment in which the last man will disappear, and the now moment in which I speak, are all one in God, in whom there is only one now. The eternal now is not a sliver between yesterday and tomorrow. It is a vast, expansive domain that contains all possibility. By dwelling here, you find yourself utterly free from the pressures of history and expectation. 5. The practice of satori, or sudden awakening. How do we break the hypnotic spell of conceptual time? The practice is not a long, hard intellectual effort, but a sudden shift of attention, a moment of satori, or sudden awakening. Watts teaches that this realization often comes when we are wholly immersed in an activity, whether it's gardening, making music, or solving a problem, where the sense of self and the passage of time completely dissolve. This state of flow is the gateway to the eternal now. The Japanese Zen master Dogen encapsulated this. To study the Buddha way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be actualized by myriad things. When you forget the self that is trying to measure, control, and manage time, you are actualized by the world, and you simply become the present action. 5. The liberation from guilt and blame. The tyranny of time is often expressed through guilt and blame. Guilt is the self-punishment for a moment that has passed. Blame is the external projection of that same punishment. Both are futile exercises because they attempt to apply the moral standards of the present moment to actions that occurred in a state of consciousness that no longer exists. The lesson of the now liberates us from this moral jail. Epictetus, the Stoic, offered a practical antidote. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. When an old memory of regret arises, practice observing it without judgment, recognizing it as a mere artifact of the past. You are free from the weight of history the instant you stop carrying the emotional baggage of those old judgments. 7. Conclusion. Becoming the universe's rhythm. Ultimately, the goal is to align your personal rhythm with the universe's rhythm, which knows no hurry and no delay. The stars are in no rush, the rivers flow naturally, and the trees grow with a timeless patience. When you stop fighting the reality of the present moment, you realize that your entire life, past, present, and projected future, is nothing more than the unique, spontaneous expression of the eternal now. Your death will not be an end, but merely a shift in the pattern, just as a wave returns to the sea. The final lesson is to live as if this were the only moment you will ever have, because truly it is. Stop waiting for life to begin, and recognize that you are already it.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share to your friends to get more in-depth lessons about life.